Hi guys, welcome to the flight today, as we are down in Bodrum and we're with TUI flying with the LevelUP737-700. We're using OpenGL, so we've got some lovely RealRain effects today as we take a trip from Bodrum down to Dalaman, and then we'll release another return flight as well back. We might go to Cos as there is some nice weather. Well, not nice for us, but nice for X-Enviro to bring out all the rain that we've missed with Vulcan. So stay tuned for the RealRain flights to come, as now OpenGL is running very nice. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below, and now we'll get inside the cockpit and start the aircraft up ready for departure. Okay, so here we are now in the 737-700. We can see we've got the lovely rain effects from X-Enviro bringing in the weather today down in Bodrum. So we'll go overhead now, get the battery on and guarded, standby power is guarded, and ground power is on. As we go, we'll move on to the one pump, we'll get the AP all set and lit up, ready for us to leave. We can on the emergency lights, we can get the chimes on, which are all set and in. As we now get the logo on, any collision light. As we move forward, we get the window heats all on, get the irises aligned. Let's check the flaps, which are all set. We can now go and get the aircraft's air conditioning on, isolation valves open, AP bleed can go off. Going for flight level of 170, and the land elevation coming in is going to be 20. So we'll leave that at 0, which is fine as the APU now powers on up for us ready to leave. So we'll put engine starts to both as we get ready to ride out. We'll get the panel lighting on and set the aircraft up now ready for our departure out of Bodrum. So let's go down into the FMC now. Can go and get our positioning. So we're going from Lima Foxtrot, Lima Tango, Foxtrot Echo. From there we'll go into the left GPS. Punch that in, we'll go down into our routes. For the arrival, we've got in Dalaman, which is Lima Tango Bravo Sierra. Going for the departure, we're leaving out runway 28 right, and we're departing out on the Sango 1 Echo. So 28 right for the Sango 1 Echo, which is in from Sango. We're then going to make our way for the November 618, which will take us to Urfez. And then from Urfez we're going to come in for the arrival for the Urfez 1 hotel. Okay, there's the Urfez 1 hotel. We're going to come in for the wireless into 01, which we can plug in. We're going out for our perfs and get all of our information all set. Got reserves of 1.5. We can see we're only going to be flying for 145, so we'll take that off as max, so it doesn't then interfere with the aircraft's VNAV. Otherwise we'll get a not able to fly to cruise altitude. From there, cost index leaving out is going to be 61, which is set. On for the cruise wind, we're coming in at 179024. And that's going to give us on down -13. Okay, we'll execute that off. Steep descent at Bever. We'll check that all out as we get ready to go. So on for our flex temp today as we leave out of the runway. Leaving on a flex temp of 48, which is going to be set. As we're going for takeoff, we're going for flaps 10. On for our speeds, we've got a 134, a 134, and a 135. As we've got our runway winds coming out, which is 03004. And the runway slope coming down is going to be down 0.1. And the runway heading is 282, which we will put in 800, throttle reduction on the climb at dash 800, and we'll climb up to climb 2 till 3,000 feet, which is fine. So we'll set that back, put 134 in, 134, and a 135, which is all set for us. So that is the FMC all set and ready for us to leave. We're going to go get our TCAS, which can go to TA, which is checked, and we are now all ready to go. So we'll get the flight directors on. We can bug it in for a 135. We'll leave it out on 282. And we're going to go on for 145. Okay, which is checked. Auto throttle can be armed. We'll just get the courses in as we're going to be leaving out. We need to get Bodrum's VOR in as we leave. Bodrum's VOR is 1.16. Okay, which is in on both sides, as we can see now, and the 282 for both, which is checked. Get the first officer's side done. Go overhead, get the APU switched over, go get the pumps all in. Let's go to the map and APU gen, get the yaw damper on now, and the electric hydraulics, which are all ready to go. So we can now go and call the tug and get ready to leave as we turn off everything over on the GPU side, remove the ASU, and we'll also go and get rid of all of our ground handling as we get ready to depart. So as the tug now gets ready to connect us up and push us back, we can now get ready to leave. Aircraft's fully configured to leave out. 7 DME out on the departure. We're then going to make that left-hand turn to move on to the Sengo of 1 Alpha, which 1 Echo, sorry. So 7 DME from Bodrum, right around the 7 DME arc, which is then going to take us all the way down to Sengo. So we can now go and release the parking brake, which is checked. Pack's going to be switched off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so as we push back, we can go for engine number 2. See the start valve open, N2 is increasing, oil pressure and temps will rise, and 25% N2 will inject fuel. As engine number 2 now stabilises, EGT will stabilise. We can now go over for engine number 1. Start valve is open, N2 is increasing, oil pressure temps will come, and 25% will inject fuel. See OGT start to.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
So as he disconnects the tow, we can see as we ride up on the departure, we're going to basically come out. There's 7 DME for Bodrum, and then we roll around onto that 7 DME arc and then connect back on to Sengo, intercepting back down from the 112. So we are now all set and ready. Aircraft's fully configured. We're going to rise up to 14,500 feet. That should be nice for us today on the departure as we get ready to leave out runway 28 right. We're using OpenGL. So we've got Bodrum in, which is down on the navigational display, which is checked. We can turn the engine display off now. And we can do our full left, full right, full forwards, full backwards. We can go all around. as we are now ready to leave. So as we move through past the Bravo 1 exit, we're then going to come out onto taxiway Alpha 1, which is here right at the end. And then we're going to join on for runway 28 right. The QNH is coming out is 1008, which is sat. 1008, which is in. So it should be really nice when OpenGL is in. It makes orthos look even more better. I don't know what Vulkan does, where it lowers things to make more performance, but when you've got OpenGL with orthos, the orthos do look really good. Because I was wondering why the quality wasn't that good with Vulkan when using orthos, as they used to be really good on OpenGL before Vulkan even come along. So we're in from some good views today. Got flex temp 48, which is going to be 89.2 coming out, which is pretty much spot on for what we need from TOPCAT. We're looking 87.1, so we've got an extra 2% on N1 as we now get ready to pass over Alpha 1, and we'll exit out onto both the active runways. We'll put our strobes on, which are checked. Runway turn off lights can be set. Those are now roll over to runway 28 right. So cabin crew, take your seats for departure. So on the margin, we've got 3,000 metres of runway. We're going to have a margin of around 900 metres left after takeoff. Okay, here we are. So I'll put the brakes on now, which are set. We'll go overhead, we'll get the landing lights, which are all on and checked. Engine start switches are continuous. CAN arm LNAV and come out on head select, which is on the 282-7DME. We're going to then make that left hand turn onto the 7DME arc, which is going to bring us all the way around to then cut round onto the 112, which is going to take us down to Sengo. So we are now all ready to go. So release the parking brakes, we'll power on up to 45%, push forward on the column, engine stabilised, and toga. Thrust set, airspeed live. Check, throttle hold. 100, neutral on the column. Rotate.
Positive right.
Gear up.
Gear up.
As we're going to go now for our V2 plus 15, the flight directors are going to hold 400. LNAV is now engaged. As we come up through to a flaps 5, which is set, and we can now start to bug up as we rise up for our flaps up. So as we climb through now for that flaps 1, climb 2's come in 800 feet AGL, as we still follow on the 282.
1,000.
1,000 checked. As just getting ready to pass out flaps 1 retraction. We'll go for 220 on the climb out. So as we just now powering down, we'll just get a bit of trimming so we can carry on the ascend up as we are down in climb 2, so we get a nice view, not too fast as well. Flaps 1 are now set. As we now get some trimming so we don't lose that momentum coming up, as we are going to lose drag from the flap setting coming in. So there's flaps up. There's some more trimming. Can't get the autopilot in, but we'll follow it out on the arc. We'll do it manually as we come through. So there's 220 as we now rise up to stay with 220. As we're going to follow on to max, and as we ride out, we're then going to make that turnaround, which is a 7 DME, and we haven't got no speed restrictions either. There we can see we've got some turbulence in the vicinity. So after takeoff, check this auto brake can be turned off, which is checked. We can turn the gear off, which is also set and checked. As we now rise up, passing now flat retraction, we can go into VNAV. As we follow her around, we get the runway turn-offs off. So as we move Sengo now, we've got the 112 in, we're passing through 12,300 feet on our way up for flight level 145, so not very high at all. As we see some lovely views coming in from orthos as we now move on to that 112 heading, and the aircraft now realigns itself up. So as that's our departure, guys, on for Sengo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with our takeoff cinematics. As you can see, our top of descent is right near Sengo, and if we have a look in on the plan, we can quickly just have a look and see what as we come in. So we can see as we come in, I'm going to ride it through all the way down, and then come around for Evman, which is our final approach point, or fix, and that is going to be us in for the arrival from Evman. We're going to arrive in 2,800 feet, and Evman's going to be 8.7 from the localizer, which is going to be the 110.1, coming for the 010 degree head. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Leave your comments down below, and I'll see you when we get back to our top of descent, ready to come in for the ILS Zulu in for runway 01 in Dalaman. So see you soon. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck as we're at flight 145. We are now going to make our descent as we reset the MCP altitude to 180, and the altitude intervene as well, just along to make sure that the VNAV profile, when it does come down for our top of descent, we can then rise on as we follow down. So we're down and now slow down to 290, so we're at flight level 145. As we get ready and set to leave, we can put our flight engine start switch to continuous, so we can get a faster seatbelt sign on. Tell the cabin that we are now ready to descend down as we come down for flight level 80 above, and proceed on down for 2,800 feet once we rise in on the runway as we get our descent down and ready to go. We'll get the METARs and everything down in Dalaman for when we do arrive onto 01, as we've got rain hopefully, so we can see it with the OpenGL as we do have that on. One thing we want to get on is the engine anti-ice. So as we check the METARs for Dalaman, we can see that down the QNH is 1009, which is checked, and 1009, which is checked. Visibility is at 8,000 meters, scattered at 2,000, and broken at 8,000. Light rain showers as we now proceed to move on to the 152. 152, which is in as we start descent from 13,000. We can see the vertical deviation, which is just slowly moving in as we come down for 8,000 feet. Following the VNAV path now, we can switch the QNHs over to 1009 as we pass in transition. Then we're coming in for a auto brake 2. We'll get our weights done, which is 0.4, which goes 56.7. And we're going to come in for a 132. And as we check the winds coming down, we're going to be taking 040 at 3, so we'll take a +5 onto that, which will give us a 132 plus 5, which is a 137. Coming down onto a flaps 2, auto brake 2, as we pass now 11,000 feet. Now there was a steep descent down on the FMC, which it was saying as we rizzed down through. So we might just get away with it as we come through 11,000 feet. We can see the lovely clouds in the vicinity. We're going to be taking an auto brake number 2, coming in for a VREV 132, so VREV 30 plus 5, which will give us a 137. Minimums for 01 coming in is going to be 210. Okay, which is checked. And 210, which is set in for a 200-foot decision. There's 10,000 feet. We get our landing lights on, which are set. As the FMC speed's going to catch up as we are 10,000 feet, we're going to be going for 8,000 above on the arrival as we just roll in max 250 as we come down through 10,000 feet now. Idles are now idling back. As we continue the descent down, we are on the VNAV profile for the vertical deviation. So the vertical deviation that's here is pretty much the little arrow that's here. And this is basically, look at this as your VNAV, and that's your LNAV, I should imagine, as both triangles represent the vertical deviation and the LNAV. So we slow down now to around just above 240. We are disconnected from the servo, so we can introduce throttle as well as we pass through 9,009. It's just because we're not descending at a rapid rate that the speed is shutting down. So now the aircraft's going to start its descent, passing through 8,007 through to 9. Airport elevation's 20 feet, or here I'll probably say it's 10 coming through for 01, but we have got 20 in, which is down on 0, so runway is 10. As we now start to descend through 9,000 feet, we can see the haze coming in with X-Enviro, as with OpenGL it brings so much more in as well. So there's 8,000 feet coming in. We're going to drop it down to 2008, which is where we're going to level off for our final approach fix, ready to intercept him for the runway. So the ILS is the 111.1, okay, which is set, which I'm going to get put in. And we're coming down on the 010. 010. And the 010. As we now hold at 8,000 feet, we are going to need to decel, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick on a level change and slow the aircraft up to our flaps up. Going to open up speed brakes. As we need to get down to 2,800 feet, so you can see where the rapid descent was going to come from. So I'm just going to put it into level change as we can go down to our flaps up, and then configure the aircraft as we come around onto the descent. I'm going to rise in at 10.7 DME from the localizer, which is where we're going to rock for the 010. So a little bit of rough air coming through as it passes through 7,001. Then going to make that right hand turn, which will take us on to the 190. Okay. So here comes the rain, which I'm going to put on for the wipers. For now we'll just put them on low. As it passes through 6,005. Making a right hand turn onto the 190 now. As it passes through 6,300 feet. As we come through onto the runway now, we can take a moment to enjoy the views of the rain coming in. As we don't really see it coming down when we come in for the arrivals of Vulcan, as it just doesn't work like that. Through 5,005. You can see the rain is getting very bad. As we'll get ready in just a few moments' time to go from our descent checklist. So hopefully we still have the rain on arrival, and then you guys can see it as we come in. We've got QNH 1009, we've got auto brake number 2, and we'll go for auto brake number 3. Coming down, we've got a 132 plus 5, which is a 137, so it should be nice coming down onto the plus 7 coming in, and then turn the anti-ice off now, so that'll be fine. Speed brake is armed as we are heading on the 190, and then we're going to take that around to the 100. As we pass through 5,000 feet, as I said, there was going to be a steep descent. We took it out and put it into vertical speed mode now, and we just descended at around 700 feet per minute for 2008, which will be our end of descent, where we then get ready to come in for Evra, which is our final approach point. As we now get ready to come in, we can now descend the aircraft just a little bit more. We can say that we've been cleared down onto the Bravo Sierra 672, and next after that we've got the Evman coming in. So we'll go for a direct to Bravo Sierra 672. The aircraft's going to come down now. We can start to decel at our speed. Start the descent down to 2,800 feet. Opening from the flaps up. And we're 1008, and we are ready now for the alarm. Look on the weather, see if there's anything up there. I'll just let it slow down now. 12 flaps 5 setting, Xenviro 1.16. The aircraft fully configured and nice and slow and stable, as the weather's not very nice either as we come in. So we're just waiting for the localizer now. We'll swing round over to the left, and then we're going to swing round to Evra, which is going to be our final approach point ready for the descent down. Totals now 0108. Let's bring the control columns over. Visibility is 8,000 meters. There's a single channel for the localizer as we ride through. 8.7 DME from the localizer. We're going to start the descent, so this glide slope just starting to activate itself here. Is going to be 8.7, just going 2 DME, there's glide slope just starting to come to life. Now as we go down to a flaps 15, we're going to our landing checklist. So we'll start slow the aircraft down now to flaps 15, you know.